Okay. God damn it. It has been a fucking while. What the fuck is fucking cracking, everyone? How is everyone doing? It's that fucking time again. The podcast with your boy, VJ. Your boy who you may or may not have met before. Fuck. Where the fuck do I start? Oh. Hold on. This intro's trash. God damn. Where do I start? Alright, yo. Welcome to This Podcast Made Me. Pretty sure that's going to be the title. Haven't checked to see if anyone else has that podcast yet. I'm pretty sure they haven't. Googled it. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Man. It's already getting sort of fucking hot in here. This hat's going off. God damn it. It's Phoenix, people. It's fucking the 22nd out here, and it is already fucking hot. Hit probably like 92 already, and unfortunately that's gonna affect fucking recording, but who gives a fuck? Who cares? That's my issue. Our issue is that it's just gonna be us fucking kicking it. Why did I name this podcast this? I don't fucking know. I had another podcast, and the name was The Psycho P Show. This is the last time I'll fucking say it. Now, I'll probably refer to it again a couple times, but fucking for real, like, it was a fucking crazy show. I'd record everywhere I go with all my homies when I was just gonna go meet with them, smoke with them, whatever. They'd all rolled with code names, and a lot of times we didn't put video on the shit. So, you know, they stayed sort of hidden, but they would share their craziest secrets with me, like all sorts of crazy shit. And honestly, you know, we have hundreds of hours of shows already that have been recorded, but you know, I had to dead the project. Just had some issues with some people that I allowed to get close, and just had to cut ties, and just couldn't keep it going. So if you're a Psycho P Show fan and you came here, thank you. I love you. You're going to get more of that here, by the way, because all those hundreds of hours of shows that I have saved, I'm going to segment up and put into here. Whatever that doesn't include the people that I don't no longer want to include in my life that I've cut out. Snip, snip, snip. Chop. Man, this is already somber and shitty. Like, I'm pretty sure already lost 95% of anyone who's going to listen to this. But fuck it. This is part of it, man. I don't even know where this ride is going to take us, but fuck it. It's just going to be primarily two parties involved in this podcast. Me, VJ, and you, my homies. Or homie. Or nobody. Because right now, no one's listened to this. I'm not even going to put this out till I record at least a couple more. Because this is the first podcast that I've recorded in over a year. The other show, the P Show, I was recording from like 2015 to 2016, and then I had to go, you know, I got locked up for a few months because of some stuff that I'd done before I even started the podcast. That was some bullshit, sort of, but whatever. Had to go sit down for a little bit, and then here I am out, and it took like a whole fucking year to get everything sort of situated back to where I'm like, you know, alive, making some money, business is progressing, whatever. I'm a entrepreneur. I have different businesses, none that have been like super successful or really able to keep me from above like the super hungry, you know, like gnashing at the teeth, trying to get at the fucking meat of the situation and the money. Like that's what I've been at. I've never been able to really get past that level. I'm fucking 31. I'll be 32 this year. That being said, you know, I was doing a lot of just random shit on the street as well, so it got, it twisted the fucking shit up. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You waste like half of your life in that shit. It's just gonna twist you up. But once it's like it's never good to just try to be, doing things a weird way or like an off-brand type of way, unless like that's the only way that it can be done. Like you just hold on, let me take it back. It's always good to do shit a weird way, an off-brand way. Like if it comes to you that way, that's what you gotta fucking do. But you don't want to do like shit that could hold you back in the future. You want to always do shit that's like, it's taking you fucking closer to where you want to go, even if that's potentially a risky endeavor or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. There's gonna be a lot of that, that's for sure. God damn it, in the show. Okay, what the fuck, man? This is terrible. What a terrible start to this show. In the last podcast, I'd always fucking say that every fucking time, and it would turn out fine. As a matter of fact, I would re-listen to it and be like, dude, this is my favorite one. I would re-listen to it, oh, dude, this is my favorite. This one's good. It's great. It's all great, dude. I'm fucking killing it, man. We're all killing it right here. If you're with me, we taking it to another fucking level. I don't give a fucking shit what anyone else says. And these two personalities you just saw here in the last, I don't know how fucking long we've been going. You're going to get a lot of that. I go up, sometimes a little down, then I pick myself up. I'm realistic as shit. I'm going to kill myself a lot of times. I'm not a fan of suicide. I'm not talking suicide. I'll be killing myself. You know what? I don't need to clarify that. If you feel like killing yourself, who fucking, you gonna kill yourself. Great. Like, seriously, okay, you wanna kill yourself? You think you had the worst in the world? Oh, yeah. Couldn't imagine it getting worse? Imagine you're in whatever situation imagine you wanna kill yourself, alright? Whatever situation that you think that could make it, that you maybe wanna kill yourself, just imagine that if it's in your heart. Okay? And then, imagine if you were just wrapped in barbed wire and couldn't move. And every time you moved, you're in the same exact situation, but you're also wrapped in barbed wire and you fucking can't move. And every time you move, you just, little cut. And the fucking clown kid, like a Pinocchio, like a Chucky Pinocchio mix, but not like Chucky, because then, he just stab you to death and just make it quick, but like a mix of his size and then the innocence of those weird twins that were killed in The Shining. And then you mix that, right? And he comes over and I guess it's a he, but he just comes through and he walks up to you in this little ball and then he squeezes some lemons on you. Okay? But you're dealing with the exact same stuff. Like, you gotta pay rent in 10 days. Your bills are due, your phone bills due, your kids are crying. All this shit has happened. It can get fucking worse. Okay? So, relax. Like, there's so much good in everybody, especially the people that committed suicide. It's such a fucking waste. So, if you're feeling that way, try to get help. I know a lot of people have felt that way. And then if you feel like you're sort of crazy, maybe you sort of are or whatever, get help. Holy shit. We went from the shitty last podcast to suicide. And it's been 10 minutes in the fucking show. This is already a fucking train wreck. But, hey, fuck it. I'm determined that we're going to do this show with us. There's a lot of people who want to be on. I might launch another show. Probably not. This podcast made me. I made this podcast. This podcast made me. This podcast made me and you friends. Okay? Don't disrespect it. You gotta tune in every week. Oh God, I'm already halfway begging just to get people to listen the next time. I don't even. All right, fuck it. I do have random things Let's see what's going on here. Oh, my homie, he sent me, don't you, how much do you like it? Okay, I know pretty much everyone who's listening to this uses Instagram, okay? How much do you like it when your friend sends you posts but doesn't actually message you? Like, you have a friend where you, like, text them, like, hey man, how you doing? Nothing back. And you're like, dude, we're sort of right or die. What's wrong with him? And then before he ever responds, or you might even respond like a couple hours later, like, hey, you alive? You okay? Still nothing. And then you check your Instagram, and boom, there's 6 of those little. There's that little dot in the red corner that has a 6, the little red dot. And you're like, oh, I never really checked that for some reason because I'm not that popular and I'm not a hot girl, so I don't get a lot of dicks in my DMs. But that's the little DM button. You click that, and then he has, sent you other people's posts, but not one word of his own. Not like, oh, hey, yeah, man, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me how you're doing. How are you? Is everything cool? No, nothing. Instead, he hits me with, Grape Juice Boys memes or Daquan or fucking Tank Sinatra, which, by the way, big fan of. But, come on, man. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to see you a little bit more on Instagram, which I forgot to log in earlier, and I fucking missed everything what the fuck, dude? I said, hey, how are you? And I get a fucking meme of a kid, drinking alcohol, putting alcohol on a slide, and setting the whole shit on fire in his house. Okay, cool. Love it. But how are you? Nah, still don't know. Still don't fucking know. And I'm probably going to delete you off my friends list. That's what it is. Probably going to have to fucking delete you, buddy. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't care what Currency's doing on his life. But, fuck it. Fuck it. And I'm sort of joking because I sort of got over it, but this was a big beef I had with one of my homies because I was like, what the fuck? Like, you never hit me back. But, like, at the end of it all, like, I mean, people talk how they want to talk. Like, if you could only talk to me through Instagram fucking memes, I'm trying to talk to you, and you can only be like, maybe he's stuck in a fucking, one of them fucking barbed wire traps I was just talking about. I can't fucking move, and the fucking Pinocchio kids coming through, and I'm hitting them with the fucking limes and the lemons and a little ceviche and shit, and just putting that little fucking burning sensation right in them cuts as he just gets cut up, just causing more pain. Maybe he's doing that, and he's able to. The only thing he can do is send me memes, and it's code, and I'm supposed to decipher the code. He's dying, and I'm over here yelling about it to you, crying about it to you because I'm an insecure piece of shit. Yeah. See, like I said, it can always get worse, and yeah. I used to feel really bad about it because it's like one of my closest homies, but hey, man. We either only FaceTime, well, luckily we FaceTime now, but we either only FaceTime or Instagram meme each other. And I do it back now. I don't even say, hey, how are you doing? If he hits me with a, hey, how are you doing? I just assume someone took his phone. Like, I assume that he's lost his phone and someone's trying to get my credit card number or something. Like, I don't, people be scamming. And I got scammed last year. Shit ain't good. You lose money quick. It sucks. And I'm a hard target. Hope it never happens again. That was me knocking on wood, but I try not to knock too hard because this camera is actually, if you're watching this shit on YouTube, if I can get the shit to sync right, which I think I did. Like I said in the last podcast, there wasn't too much video, so we got the audios to sort of sync right in a lot of those ones, but I wasn't really running the programs I was here because I had a computer that's running Linux, nerd talk, fuck talk, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I got a real computer, a real desktop, a machine that's ready to fucking podcast, make videos and skits. I bought it last year when I fucking got out, and I decided to wait a nice 11 months before I decided to fucking use it. I am fucking pragmatic as shit. I do things when I need to fucking do it, and you can call me. If you want to promote me to manager, I will take it. And then I'll fuck off because I don't work normal jobs. I will probably use an extra position to build my own business. And right before you fire me, yeah. Well, maybe getting fired is better than quitting. You know why? get that little, I don't know, fucking employment. I'm not really about that. It just kills your fucking sap to work. You gotta work. You gotta work or you die. You know what? My brother's acting up. Yeah, man. You know what? Like, man, I don't even know how far we're in the show. I'll never lie in the show. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Backtrack again. So the theme of the last show is going to still be the same theme of this show. Is that we're not going to lie unless, someone can get killed or arrested. That's what it was for the last show. And so that's why people would tell the truth, but they'd hide themselves with fake names. Well, here's just me gonna fucking die on this fucking sword of truth or death. So, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're gonna be joking around mostly. This has been super serious, I feel like, this whole time. I honestly usually I can watch other people do stuff. When I do shit, it doesn't, like, I don't think I have the same grasp on it as other people do a lot of times. Like, I think I have, like, a slight body dysmorphia. Like, I think, like, in my head, I'm, like, a little taller and a little leaner than I really am. But really, I'm just, like, I might be barely 6 feet tall, but I'm mostly stocky. Like, I'm built, like, sideways. And I got put, like, in my mind, like, it might be my mirror, but I know it's my mind. Like, I think I look, like, slimmer than I do. Then I'll walk down the street and see myself in another thing, and I'm like, damn, that nigga's fat. And then I'm like, oh, that's fucking me. So, yeah, I don't know how people receive this shit. They seem to like the other shit a little bit. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We're building something new here. And who gives a fuck? Anyway, so my brother's been acting up. He's 15. He's like, this year he'll turn, like, finally the same age that I was when he was born. He's going to turn 16. So finally this year he'll be finally half my age for the first time. And counting. Every year after that, he's going to build into that percentage or whatever. Even though we'll always be 16 years apart. Math. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway. Whatever. He apparently doesn't fucking know math. I mean, like, he's failing some subjects and, like, doing whatever he does. And, as Indians, like, man, no. There's no need to fail class. You only, like, I'm not trying to diss no one here, like, who has failed classes or whatever. I get it. But unless you're, like, seriously mentally disabled, there's no reason to fail a class. Like a normal class, like maybe honors or some shit that you can't fucking really get it. I fucking get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like way above your pay grade. But normal school, high school shit, you just show up and you do the homework. You could fail the test. You could fail every test. You do all the homeworks and get like even a 70%. You got yourself a solid D, homie. You got yourself a solid D. You might even get yourself a fucking C. And that's just what it fucking is. You only get an F if you don't do shit or you're not even trying. Like, you don't do shit or you're being negative overall. Like, worse than not even trying. And I sort of think that's what my brother's doing. He thinks he's like the first liar who's ever lived. Just like almost every teenager. It's fucking awesome to sort of see, actually. It's hilarious. You'd be like, no, what do you mean? Like, of course I did that. But it's like, you have, like, there's a 0 on the assignment. Well, no, of course but that's just because of this. Like, oh, you're the only person that ever went to school out here, for sure, yeah. I got it, I get it. No. Oh, yeah, why not? Fucking guy. I'm supposed to talk to him this fucking Monday. What are we gonna talk to him? He already knows what he did wrong. He just doesn't care. He's so much different than me. Like, I don't give a shit, but I care a lot. That's weird, but it's the truth. I don't give a shit what most people think about me. I've already fucked it up. Like, I've been locked up. Like, I'm a fucking felon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna be a doctor. Didn't want to pursue that. So, My family looks at me a weird way. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a mom. Like shit's weird. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was I going for? Anyway, but my brother, you know, he'd be thinking that shit is fucking straight brand fucking new. He'd be thinking everyone's brand new. He thinks that no one has ever fucking figured out lying before, and he could just say, "Oh yeah, if 1+1 = 2 all the time, well, this time I promise you, this time it equals like 58." And it just is what it is. It was 58, and you weren't there, so how can you prove it? I mean, like, you know, I was there. 58. No, I'm not. I'm over here staying at my friend's house. 58. You know, I'm over here at dance practice. 58. Like, you might not be there, bro. You might not be doing shit. I hope to, but you know, I love him, and that's all that matters. Because what's really gonna end up happening is life is just gonna, you know, punch him right in the fucking head. Because that's the real teacher, to be honest. Like, you know, at his age, like 15, 16, you're always going to rebel against your kids or your parents. So it's like, I'm not trying to, I'm not even trying to worry about that, but good fucking God. That shit is so fucking funny. How's it going? Oh man, it's going great. Yeah, maybe I should send this guy a nice Instagram meme. Like, yeah, no. Have you seen Bow Wow get knocked out? Yeah, apparently Bow Wow got knocked out. Over hating. I had to do some small digging, but Lil Bow Wow got not knocked out, but pushed down like a couple days ago. I was out in Vegas, so I missed like. I'm just catching up on all the news that happened last week. I was in Vegas for March Madness. Just losing money, doing nothing good, tripping out on my friends, tripping out on some shrooms. It's just fucking terrible. Anyway. So Bow Wow, he gets pushed down, right? And the guy's like, "What you say about Future, pussy?" Pushes him down, right? Bro, the shit he said about Future was in November. You haven't cooled off since? Oh yeah, you're one of his lackeys, and you come by yourself, and then you see him. Like, I don't even know if that was like one of Future's dudes. I feel like that was just some guy who got pissed off about like a little bullshit rap beef because Bow Wow was like baby mama was like messing with Future, and she bad. I don't even know how to say her name. Something. Whatever. I started following her on Instagram today. That's out there. See how it was. But yo, that's just crazy. Like this like I bet you like this dude was a random dude, had nothing to do with both camps, because he was that hot about some shit that was like months ago that Bow Wow mentioned in a tweet. It'd be like if Donald Trump slapped the shit out of Ben Carson or some shit. Because of some shit he said during the presidential election. Like, bro, he's not even on your radar no more. Like when rappers used to beef, like when rappers beef back in the day, I used to ride or die with one. It would make me automatically not listen to the other rappers' music, which is crazy. Like, I would ride or die harder for that artist than the artist would for themselves in terms of the music. Like, when Jadakiss started beefing with 50 Cent, I liked both artists at first, but I'm a real Jadakiss fan. I love 50 too, so I'm a real 50 fan. So nowadays I'm not like this. I'll show both artists the love that they deserve from me. But at that time I was like, fuck it, I ain't listening to 50 no more. What? Okay. That was like so early. They started beefing like almost as soon as 50 came out. So I sort of had like, I was just like, whatever, didn't give a fuck about the shit and listened to it. And then later on, they already, they squashed their beef and everything. But later on, I heard after they squashed the beef, when they're talking about it, honestly, this might have been on Drink Champs. Jada's like, yeah, even though we were beefing with each other, we would listen to each other's music during that time. And he was saying that their beef was sort of fucking serious. So you telling me your beef is sort of serious with this nigga, and you're gonna listen to his music? I mean, I get it now. I completely get it now. Because music's music. I mean, I don't fuck with Tekashi 6ix9ine that much. I just sort of jumped into the Tekashi 6ix9ine game beef. Not personally, but I'm like, okay, I'll write it for the game. But I didn't. Tekashi 6ix9ine, I'm not really feeling his lyrics necessarily. But that Gummo song, that shit goes. And that's probably the song of the week for me after Stir Fry with Migos. So I'm honestly, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like even though I'm just like, yeah, I don't really fuck with Tekashi. He seems more suspect with all the shit that the game's putting out. Dude, what? That song is hard. But before, I wouldn't even listen to that shit. That Gucci Mane Young Jeezy beef. I didn't listen to Jeezy for like 7 years during his prime. I had to go back looking at all that shit. I'm sorry, Jeezy. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I love Jeezy now. I just don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. I gotta text this fool back. Hour, of course this fool's here. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm definitely cutting this part out, don't worry. Jesus Christ, it's fucking trash. Good Lord. If it doesn't work for us, you don't have me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but so, I mean, I don't know if anyone else ride or dies like that. Like, did people, like, not listen to Christina Aguilera just because Britney Spears was popping? You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, Britney and Christina, like, they're sort of close. Like some people are sort of just making this, like, industry beef. Industry beef in the this late, or what the fuck was I saying? Hold on, I'm putting this shit away. I'm doing terrible right now. Sorry, that was just some business. It was like literally the one text I knew that would ruin the fucking podcast, and of course I had to pay attention to it and ruin your fucking time. And I know it's my time, and because I'm recording it right now, but it's gonna be your fucking time because you're gonna be listening to it, and I better fucking delete these, otherwise I'm a piece of shit. Piece of shit. Thank you, Delia. I've been using that slang lately. People are getting mad confused. Anyway. Chris D'Elia is a comedian. Check him out. He's awesome. There's a lot of podcasts. Like, when I first started recording podcasts, I didn't listen to none of them. Okay? Now I listen to a couple of them, but really I still don't give a fuck. Because I know what all that fucking matters when it comes to fucking shit like this is you're 100% yourself. Otherwise, you have nothing to fucking sell. You're just a cookie cutter piece of shit. It just has to come off the fucking top. Like, I haven't recorded in fucking how long, and I've been recording by myself for 20 fucking minutes, and I could go for fucking however long we want. We used to record for like 4 or 5 hours straight. We used to record all fucking day, actually. I would just run around, smoking in different places, chill in different spots, whatever the fuck, and we would just record. Keep it in the car. The fucking audio quality was so shitty. I'm determined to make the audio quality good in this shit. That's why we run it with no AC. It's fucking Phoenix. It's going to be 110. I'm going to have to fucking record at 6 in the morning. I'm going to turn this AC is so fucking loud. The shit sounds like trash. The shit literally, okay. It'd be like, oh, hey, yeah, guys, yeah. So, like, I was thinking about this crazy thing. And then the cooch came out. And then... It's literally that loud. And if you try to noise remove it, my voice sounds fucking different. It takes out half the frequencies of a male voice. I sound like Michael Jackson does when he hits the highs, you know? Not the highs, like, you know, when he hits, like, them tones that aren't too high, but he gets, like, a little raspy. He's like, like after like, you know, after he started hitting puberty, but before his family like chemically castrated him or tried to chemically castrate him. You know what I'm saying? You can't get the wink. Anyway, that was me winking 58 times. But that's what they say. But new evidence suggests. But they probably didn't successfully do it because his voice fucking changed, dude. His voice changed. When Michael was a kid, he was that nigga when it came to singing. He was that shit. He was an angel. When he got older, one of the best showmen, changed the game. His voice, sounds a little bit like my feet when it hits the gravel. A little bleeding involved too, because I have that American feet, man. I don't got my dad's Indian feet. That fool can walk on thorns, doesn't do shit for him. But my feet hit a little bit of gravel, and it feels like I've been stung by a bee and licked by a cactus. That's just what it feels like. So, alright, whatever. It was weird. Like, I take this shit sort of seriously, so I had actual jitters. There's no one fucking here except us. Me, millions of people. Billions of people. Huh? Maybe aliens, eventually. So who fucking knows? And, Jesus, man. And there's so many fucking podcasts now. Dude, I've been doing this for a while. And then had to take a mini hiatus. And now, everyone's trying to do it. And, you know what they all try to do? Too much. Fuck them. I have nothing to fucking lose. Man, I used to try to, like, when I was doing my last podcast, my family did not know I was about to be locked up. They did not do about any of the shit that I was doing. None of it. Now they know what I'm doing now. They don't know some of the craziness I was doing and shit, but they know I'm locked up. They know I'm a felon. They know that there's certain lines that I couldn't cross. They know the charges that I've been charged for and caught up for, which, honestly, like, I didn't get caught up for anything too crazy. If anyone wants to know, it's just, I got a couple bullshit DUIs, and in Arizona they don't fuck around. I'm not saying that they're bullshit that I didn't have alcohol in my system. I'm saying that I got a DUI sleeping in the back seat of my car, which can happen out here, and I also got a DUI. Excuse me. Without realizing I even had alcohol in my system because it was through like a weed tincture. I think I'm pretty sure because that was the only thing that I had that could have probably triggered the breathalyzer. But long story short, out here they don't play, and I had to go do a nice little stint in and clothes are just like the stupid orange box that this fucking camera's sitting on. Yeah, because, that's the colors they wear out here in fucking prison, which is different than fucking jail. And you know what? I'll explain the difference. Everyone gets them all confused. Oh, prison, jail. Jail is county-based, okay? Jail is where you go when you get arrested by the police initially. And from there you get booked and charged at the jail and usually let go unless it's a serious crime. Then you'll just stay. Or if you're a repeat offender or whatever, you're staying. Now, in my opinion, well, I wasn't in like a super serious jail. There's levels to this shit. Like some fucking prisons. Well, I wasn't at times, like Maricopa County Jail is amongst the worst in the country, if not the worst. So the jail I was in was serious. But the prison, I mean, Arizona prisons are not nice either, but it wasn't a high level prison. So it's not like the worst prison. Like we had a lot of privileges that a lot of other inmates don't in other yards and stuff. But that doesn't make it like a good place. County, however, is fucking dangerous because there's no certainty in county. You know how like the scariest times in a scary movie, like the times where your adrenaline are most high, are right before something bad happens. Like the music is like building, like, and like that was so terrible. But it goes, And the music starts going high and really fast, right? And then it starts cueing your senses like something bad's gonna happen, like they set you up. And like, the girl's looking around like, I know I just sucked your dick, boyfriend, but like, oh my god, like, I just got a little cold. Like, what was that snap of that twig over there? Oh, it's nothing, honey. It's not a big deal. I don't know, Jeffrey. I just really want to go now. I mean, just relax. It was just a little sex, baby. I know it's not about that. I'm just getting cold and like my mom, and now I'm just feeling like this. And then, it's getting set up for the kill, and you see like, the thing or Jason coming through, and he's like, kill, 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 you bitches, 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 bitches. And then they're like, they obviously don't hear it or something. I've never really, I've never really watched those movies fully enough to know if those other characters hear that. Because I know he's saying like, kill, 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 something, something or another. I don't fucking know. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, so he comes and sneaks up on him, and the scariest part's always, like, right before the bad part. Like, right before the kill. Like, you set it up, and then once the axe is in the chest, or, like, off goes the head, you already know what the fuck happens. Like, motherfucker's dead. But that's how county jail is like. The stress builds up because no one knows how much time they're going to end up doing. And a lot of time, especially in Maricopa County, they'll like stretch it the fuck out. Like they will what will they do? They'll charge you high so that your pleas, you want to get them drop it down. So let's say like typically a person will get like 5 years for the charge they did. They're going to charge you always high. So there's negotiating room for your lawyer to bring it down to give you a win, even though you get the average time anyway, because the average time is built on those pleas, right? So they'll be like, okay, 15 years for this thing that average people do 5. And this person will fight, like sit for their one court date that they get a month pretty much, and sit for months getting this court date, seeing their lawyer, and then going back to jail, like between the court dates, showing up in court in shackles if they have to stay. And so if you have to stay in county jails and they don't release you to go back home, you're stuck in places with people who have no idea how long they're going to stay and have been there for 5 years or longer. And county is not going to, well, depends on the county. But if you're from Maricopa County, which all the other counties around it, they get awesome shit. They get like little tablets. They get fucking better food. 3 meals a day. Maricopa County, 2 meals a day, motherfuckers. You ain't getting shit. And the first meal you get, you think it's fucking trash, right? Then you see the second meal, and you're like, where the fuck is that first fucking meal at? Because the second meal is like inedible slop. The word in the prisons is that, because all this, is like Sheriff Arpaio times. Even though he's out of office now, this is all from his time. Like apparently it's like it says not for human consumption, and bro, it does not taste like it is not for human consumption for sure, and people consume it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, and I'm like I never ate it the whole time there. And then, fuck, what happened? So the first meal, though, you end up wanting to get, and it's like a slab of like this hard ass bread, not cut. It's like a hard loaf, like slightly bigger than a hot dog bun, but you can't like split it in half really. And then, I mean, you could, I guess, but no one really does. And then just peanut butter and jelly packets. And you just put that on that, and you get this fucking real sour orange or an apple if it's in season, and you kick rocks. You know? You suck a dick. And, like, you also see when you're in there, what people can really do with their bodies. Like, I guess CrossFitters be doing thousands of reps of shit, but the shit they be doing with weights and shit's a little, like, unhealthy. And there, they don't really give you weights, because enough people die to those things. They don't usually want inmates to get weights or to get super strong or anything. So they give you workout equipment that's not weights, like fixed bars, so you can do like pull-ups or like dips and just weird stuff that you make up to fucking just do your thing. But you don't get enough protein. They underfeed you and shit. So yeah, why are we even talking about this? Dude, we're just having a great old time talking about the worst shit ever. I hope I can actually sustain a happy fucking podcast. Like, I know when I have conversations with people, they're usually sometimes lighter than this. Sometimes. No, actually, you know what? I'm having a conversation with y'all. It feels exactly the fucking same, except I'm just getting no bounce back. It's just all ideas flowing out of my head, but this is how it is all the time when I'm fucking chilling. Like I did an Adderall once, right? And it was like, what was it, a 60 or 30? And it was the quick onset ones. Or maybe, it was extended release, but then we took them out of the capsule and just did the beads around them. I don't even know if Adderall's still like that anymore. But I took it once, and everyone else was wired, right? And all it fucking did to me was kept me awake for a little bit longer, because at that time in my life I was smoking like 50 blunts a day. So I noticeably was like, oh, I'm like easily staying awake past 2 a.m. Weird. But my thoughts and like that like feeling that people get of like, oh, like extra like crazy thinking or nah, that shit didn't happen to me. Didn't happen to me. My theory is a constant worrying of my brain is I'm just like highly in tune with it, because I think everyone's brain sort of does that, but I've just been in tune with it because I had to be by myself pretty much in a weird way my whole life. Like, it's not like I didn't have a family, but I have a very small family. And like I said, I don't have a mother. It's because when I did have a mother, I mean, she lives somewhere. Even she lives in the city, actually, I think, if she's not in jail or prison by now. But yeah, I mean, she was just a piece of shit, torturing motherfucker. And then my sister, who is a year and a half younger than me, so we came up at the same time, she got like different treatment, preferential treatment. My dad didn't like, he didn't offer the same type of protection that I would now, that I could see now, but he did his damn thing. So, I mean, he still instilled the right things. Like, I'm not a complete psychopath, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I watch fucking Dexter, like, the craziest thing that I realized when I was watching Dexter was like how easily I could have gone that way. Like, I've always sort of thought that, and I actively always fought that from even being 5 or 6, realizing that the abuse I was going through was gonna like, fuck me up. But I was always like, yo, you can't raise kids and do the same shit to them. You can't be in a relationship with people and do the same shit to them. And you can't... You got to not let this fuck you up. I just somehow instinctively knew that it could fuck me up long term. And it has. Like, I'm single. I had a 7-year relationship with a chick a woman that was terrible. The whole time I knew it wouldn't work. I stayed in like jobs and hustle and positions and hustles that I just shouldn't have been in, and probably stayed in way too long because of my like semi addiction to adrenaline and stress. Like, I'm comfortable in highly stressful situations because I'm born from that. It's nothing. Like I was saying, I had like butterflies and shit before, but it is what it is. Like, did it stop me from doing the setup and going? I guess it stopped me for a whole year, but like I always knew I was gonna, press the fucking trigger. And here we are, fucking shooting away. So, dude, fuck. Life is fucking crazy, dude. Like, a year ago, I was in a box, in another universe, in another world. That's how it feels when you're in those places. You're on Earth. And the weird thing is, like, the prison I was at was in Florence, which, like, when you see the sunset, it's sort of setting, like, towards the city. Because it's, like, west of you. And if you, like, imagine yourself traveling, like, with the light, you'd be, like, looking down on your city, at your house. That you're on the same planet, but you're not. You're in a place where the rules are different. Your rights are different. How they treat you is different. Everything is different. But yet, you're on Earth. Even like your last day getting out, the guards treat you different. They'll treat you like a human because they realize you're about to hit the street. But before that, they won't. I mean, some of them will, but they really won't. My brother went to a quinceanera for his friend, and I ran into one of the guards that was at my prison at the quinceanera. It's not even been a year, and I ran into him. And the funny thing is, like, I couldn't remember where I remembered him from. Like, I'm really good at faces, but not always, like, immediate. I have, like, extremely good recall with faces. And I can see through disguises pretty quickly, usually. When someone's in a movie, I could see like who the actor is. Usually, a lot of times if they're wearing makeup and shit. But sometimes I won't remember like the situation, but I'll remember the feeling. Like if I know I can't fuck with the person, that feeling will come up and I'll just trust it. If I know that I sort of like the person, I'm gonna be like, all right, let me. I still need to confirm it, but I'm gonna ride that initial thought, whether it's positive or negative, I remember. And when I saw him, and I spotted him like through some glass doors as we were walking up to the building, I was like, I know that guy, and it gives me a good feeling to see him. And it wasn't until like 20 minutes after we left and I talked to him, I was like, where'd you work? Like, how do I know you? I thought like maybe we'd smoked some blunts or something before. I couldn't fucking place him. I assumed that it was like years ago. But it ended up just being like months before, like 8 months before, because when I thought about it, I was like, oh, dude, this was the one guard that was like sort of cool. That was like the one that ever gave me some favor and allowed me to like get extra food when we're in the line. Sort of told me the way to do it without bothering him and gave me the plug. And that's why I had that feeling like, oh, this is the homie. I just don't know why. Because he's the only one that treated me like talked to us like a human. Several times, actually. He sort of came through for me. So, sort of strange. It's very weird. Because he didn't recognize me either. He's like, yeah, he looks sort of familiar. And I plugged all the holes in my head, And it didn't. And the weirdest thing is, like, when I saw him and we introduced each other, and I was like, how do I know you? I'm VJ. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. His name, and I was like, yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, the names didn't click for each other because he knows me by my last name and my prison ID number. I know him by his last name, so none of it clicked. We were just like, oh, okay, fucking, and fucking Ramon, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but dude, the shit is just crazy. This shit is just fucking crazy. Man, I've been going in for 45 minutes. Come on, man. We're going to try to keep most of these at an hour. I mean, sometimes I'll probably feel like rambling a long time, but I don't know. I still got to figure out the days that I want to record this shit. I'll probably release them on Mondays, maybe Tuesdays, and probably record them Sundays. That might be right. Maybe release them, I might just release them Sunday. I used to release the other one Sunday. I might just keep it at that. But I think it might be easier to fucking record a podcast on the weekend because I try to keep my weekdays full. But today's Thursday. And I just knew that I had some things I had to do, and this was one of them. Just to get a section of my fucking calendar off so I didn't have to stress about starting the new shit. I gotta figure out how to incorporate segments of the old podcast into here. It shouldn't be hard. I'll probably just add segments like maybe the beginning or the end. I might even do that for this show. I might not. I don't know. Because I gotta listen to other ones. It's sort of sad because I had a lot of people on this show that'll add like a little extra flavor for you guys. And, you know, people want to be on this show too. Like, you know, this podcast made me, though. You know, just like it's gonna make you. Just gonna like make us. It's making us. We're bonding right now. We getting married. If you guys were here, I would force us into cutting our wrist. Or cutting our wrist. Oh, there's a suicide again. Yeah. Cutting our wrists together and pouring it into a vase, and then we die. The end. But then we leave this podcast here, and it blows up. One episode only. The most downloaded episode of all time, the Suicide Podcast, where everyone who was listening was here and wasn't here because no one's listened to it, and we all killed ourselves, and that's me killing myself, and it's just me dead, and it's a podcast, and it made no news, and no one hears this. Yeah, that's fucking not gonna happen here, guys. I mean, it could happen. Who knows? Can't really tell the future, you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna have to come get me. I ain't take myself. That's for sure. Why? Cause fuck it. That's how I feel, man. If you feel like you need to kill yourself, you know what you say? Fuck it. Has anyone had it worse than you? Fuck it for sure. But does it really matter? Fuck it. What should I really do? Do some stuff that makes you feel good about yourself, and fuck it. What is that? Masturbate. Fuck it. Just do it, dude. Just fucking do it. Oh man, I feel like killing myself except when I go outside and smell the dandelions. Fucking smell dandelions then, dude. Go breed dandelions. Get the fuck out of here. Go figure it out, dude. You're depressed? I really honestly think, and like, yeah, I really do feel for people who are depressed and have mental disorders, so you gotta understand, half of this isn't just. But I feel bad that when people like who aren't really dealing with major mental issues and just have that depressed feeling that we all get, like everybody gets depressed. They don't all sink into this crazy suicidal depression, but they can, I think. I think almost everyone can. And what you gotta realize if you're going that way is you're a selfish idiot. Because you're so into your own shit, you're missing the fucking point that you got this nice little lottery called human life, and you might as well take a couple swings every day. Just if you feel like shit. If you feel like shit, you need to switch it up. Take a couple swings, man. Who knows? Maybe in taking a couple swings, even if you fucking miss, you run into the fucking girl or the person of your dreams who's gonna switch your whole life up for you. Like, there's two things definitely. Like, money is a lot. Money is probably one of the most. Money is for sure one of the most valuable things in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's primarily the motivation I'm getting because it's the thing that if you accumulate enough can help you move up levels. We all know that, right? But there's two things still in this world that we live in that are more valuable than money, and all of us, almost all of us have them. All of us definitely have one of them. If you're listening to this, you have one of them. You might not have much of it, but you have one of them. And that's time. For sure, you've heard this stupid shit before, but I'm going to say it again because everyone forgets. Time is worth more than money. If you had $1 million, eventually when you get enough millions, if you knew that 10 million could buy you an extra year, that's worth it. When you're at the fucking end, what does it matter? It's a fucking year. It's an expensive ass fucking year, but if you fucking have it, it's fucking worth it because you're always running out of time. You can always get more money. And if you set it up right, maybe you are always getting money. You're losing time. And there's another thing that's definitely more valuable than money and might be even more valuable than time. And that is people. Your friends and your family, the people around you, your mentors, the people that springboard you to another level that help you get there, the people that got your back when you're fucking down, that actually that they can give you criticism, the people that fucking ride with you, that could fucking joke with you, that make you feel good, insanely valuable. And almost all of us have at least one person that we fuck with in time. I know for sure you got time if you listen to this shit. And you probably got one person that you truly fuck with. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your fucking aunt, fucking Roger next door, fucking Roger. Anything. Whatever. Dude, your fucking drug dealer. What the ever the fuck. If it's fucking true, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking allow someone's occupation or their status in life to fucking change their true value for you. I mean, who knows? The fucking begging person, the beggar that you meet one time might say the thing that fucking changes your life. You gotta keep that mind open if you want to change your shit up. If you're fucking happy, nah, do whatever. Turn this podcast off or on. Actually, no, keep it on, please. That should be a little selfish. Trying to fucking... I don't even know what I'm trying to do here, man. I need a vent. That was some of the main problems with the other podcasts, is that none of these other people had gotten themselves to a professional level. I can't say that I'm at a professional level, but I'm willing to go there. Everyone else, with a few exceptions, just wanted to be put on. Okay? That's not what this is about. This was initially for us to cut through real ideas. And most people, as soon as the camera or the mic is on, they sort of lose it. I fucking lost it for like the first fucking 30 minutes of this fucking show. This show might not even fucking make it. Or maybe the first 30 minutes won't make it. You know what? It's all gonna make it. Because I don't delete shit. That's the same shit with the other show. I probably will delete... I don't fucking know what I'm doing with the show. I know... Yo, I'm talking in so many circles. I'm building a sphere. I'm building an anti-flat earth. Okay? I'm building an earth. Okay? Fuck. God damn. I'm just... Oh, yeah. I'm also the man of 1,000 laughs. You should know this. I'm gonna laugh probably different like every fucking time. I'm laughing like I'm, What's my laugh right now sound like? Nah, I don't know. Oh, it sounds like Joe Budden's. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. I was just listening to this fucking podcast. God damn it. I need to stop. I'm probably going to stop listening to all these podcasts. Just so that this one real pops off. That means like we're going back to music, motherfuckers. Like, I'm going to stop. I'm just like, I don't want to sound like nobody except myself. I can feel myself now. Before I felt like I was cutting like a little, some shit. No. It's coming, man. I feel good. I feel back at home. I really do. Whew. God damn, dude. I do this shit because I'm good at it, man. It's easier for me to fucking talk. And like I said, the one thing that I know is that I have a personality. Some people fucking hate me. Most people that I know love me if they really fucking know me. But hey, if you fucking hate me, I really don't care, dude. I can't change your mind. Like, I probably tried to cover for whatever it is that you fucking hate on. Some people are gonna fucking hate you. You know what? You should never trip if people fucking hate you. It's actually a strength. First of all, it gets you, like, people, there's always gonna be competition, people who want what you got. So someone's already hating you anyway. If you have anything. For real. Like, it could be your brother. Like, even if they love you, they're probably hating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, envy, like, it's just part of this fucking equation. This equation of whatever life is, super complicated. I don't think there's just one answer to anything, but I think for any one person, there's almost always an answer to get through anything. So, the main thing is to avoid terrible situations while really going for yours. And I think that for a lot of people's lives, it's easier to do that because they don't feel the necessity to stretch or to change shit up or just to create shit or do shit that like some of us do. Like I have to create shit and do my own shit, otherwise I just won't feel fulfilled. I don't even know if I'm self-aware enough 100% to completely understand what that means or what I even want from it. Do I want money from doing this podcast and shit? Yeah, eventually. Am I gonna make money? Have no idea. The market will tell me if I'm good enough. You guys will tell me if I'm good enough. I honestly, mostly, it would be nice if I could just make, I was gonna say people happy, I guess, but I don't even know if this can even do that. It would just be nice to just twist people's thinking up a little bit. You know, be a homie to some homies that feel like they don't have homies, because, you know, like, yeah, like, I'm not fucking rich or famous like a lot of these fools with their podcasts. And this podcast name was supposed to be, This Podcast Made Me Famous. Like, the shitty cover art that's going to be the cover art for this that I did had the word famous, and I just took it out yesterday because I didn't, like, it was provocative. The title's supposed to be provocative and made to get people to click. It doesn't necessarily need to make sense. This podcast made me actually seems even better, but a little bit less pompous. I am sort of pompous. Like, as much as I don't give a fuck, I give a fuck. As much as I will self-deprecate myself, I got an ego. And, like, that's the duplicity of being a fucking person. You are, like, I 100% understand that I'm multi-layered, and I'm at least almost, at any given moment, like, two people at the same time. I'm, like, the person doing the actions, and I'm the person watching the man doing the actions. And I'm trying to hopefully make sure that this dual processor is running in accordance with whatever the primary motivation needs to fucking go, and get us. And yeah, you know, I'm bound to make missteps, but I'm trying to get better, man. I fucked up a lot. I fucked up a lot in life, you know? Like, my dad once told me, he's like, yo, you know, I'm a first generation immigrant. I'm the first person in my family born outside of India. Okay? My dad got us here, and then I was born. I was born in Kansas, small town. Lived in India for a couple years, and then we came out to Phoenix. Like, what my dad had to do, like, he comes from a jungle town. Like, when I go to India, we live in a fucking jungle that's way hotter and crazier, with all sorts of jungle and like animals and things that could kill you, like, there. You know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere. Like, when I was 6 years old in India for my first visit, where I stayed there for about a year, I smelled some craziness, followed it out, and I found the first dead bodies I ever seen. At 6, they'd come down the river, and everyone, okay, let me backtrack a second. When I went to the airport and flew into the airport, my dad said I was tripping because I'd never seen that many brown people in one place. All I had seen was white people. So I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, everyone looks like us? I was always a crazy, like, always watching and making these weird comparisons, apparently. And so we went, you know, deeper into the village and stuff, and, like, man, where was I even going with that shit, with that backtrack? So yeah, everyone's brown. Oh yeah, so everyone's brown, but so going back to the river story where I saw these dead bodies, I go to the river and I look down and there's like a little like whirlpool on the riverbank, and there's like 2 dead bodies stuck in the shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And these dudes are bloated, right? And they're mostly white. And I went, called my dad, ran back. They came back, him and with some family. I'm like, yo, I found like these people in the river. And they went and saw it. And then what they did was they got just like a long branch and pushed them the fuck out of the whirlpool and let the river take them. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, corpses, this is our part of the river. You're making it stinky. I'm sure the fish are like eating that shit. Eating your toe meat and your dick sauce. But we're going to eat that fish later, probably. You know, even though I assume they swim. But they might come back. And we don't want no dick sauce fish off of these, 78% white dudes. They weren't white. Like, they were just in the water so long they got bloated and the melanin, the dark pigmentation in their skin washed out. That's what my dad said. That's what he told me is sick. So you can sort of tell, like, no one plays in my fucking family, really. Like, they just keep it gully and keep it fucking moving. So they just pushed him down the fucking river, and I'm like, yo, you're not gonna call the cops or whatever? And my dad just looked at me like, what cops? Like, the cops don't come out here to the jungle. And I was like, so who do you think killed him? And it's like, oh, probably another family. Those two guys probably just did something to the family, like messed with one of their children or whatever, and just got chopped up. And the things that they use to kill people with over there, they don't have guns in the jungle. They just use their farmer sickles. So they use these like big curved black blades. The same shit they'll chop fucking coconuts and mangoes and shit with is the same shit they'll chop your fucking head off with. And them shits is, pretty radical, dude. They'll definitely fucking do the job. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, my homie's doing the fucking Instagram thing, dude. Hey, here, sent you a post by Blue Texicons. Sent you a post by Hood LLC. Another one, Hood LLC. Hood 96. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna relax. But maybe that's, it could be gear because I do need clothes. I ain't gonna lie. How long have I been fucking recording? An hour 7. Okay, well, being a first generation American my dad told me, getting out of that environment, he chose when he was 4 years old that he wouldn't go into the farm life. Like, did you do anything when you were fucking 4? Do you remember doing anything? This guy decided that he was too small and weak because he had almost died several times and he was smaller than the other kids to live a farmer's lifestyle, an Indian farmer's lifestyle. This is a decision no one in his family for thousands of years had made. No one in our family had made that decision ever in their life. He made it at 4. And then he would just wake up at 4 alongside his mother, who was like the matriarch of the family, who got up earlier than everyone else at 4 in the morning, and studied by kerosene lamp. Where we live in the jungle, we live in mud huts. There's no running water, okay? There's no sink. We go shit in a hole. Like, I guess there's like a half bathroom-ish thing now. But we go shit in a hole, shower, in a basin that's filled up with well water that we use pitchers to throw over us. Like, no AC, no doors, dude. There's no fucking doors to a mud hut. It's a fucking opening in a mud wall, okay? I have so many stories. We're gonna kill it with some Indian stories. Like, I got a snake story for you guys gonna kill, but I'm not gonna get into that because we're gonna end this shit here soon. But when you come from that, and he was over there studying next to kerosene lamp, just there's these like little bowls, and they'll fill it with kerosene. They light that shit, and this shit stinks, man. It's kerosene burning. This fool's inhaling the fumes. 1 + 1, 2. 2 + 1, 3. 1 + 2, 3. 3 - 1, 2. And this is like, he would do shit like study every fucking thing. Like, when he was 4 years old, no one in his family was going to school. Some of the other kids in the jungle were going to school. He found out they were going to school and told his mom, I gotta go to school, I go to school. She's like, school? What the fuck? What do you mean, school? Who goes to school? Like, these kids are going to school, I go to school. Why does anyone go to school? She's asking him, his mom is asking him, why are you going to school, the same way that parents out here ask their children. Like, it was flip-flopped. And he's like, I have to go to school. And she's like, well, your only shorts that you have, we just hand-washed. And they're drying now. They won't be dry for, like, hours. And he starts crying. Because he only has one pair of shorts. And so, seeing this and realizing this, she gets a towel. Okay? And then, like, wraps it around him. Safety pins it into place and sends him to his first day of school. My dad went to school his first day with no pants. Like, no pants. He went pantless, Indian student, and with that dedication from day one was just the number one student at every school in every fucking subject until he was able to, move up universities and different boarding schools until he got a full ride scholarship to whatever school he wanted to out here in the U.S. And he chose K-State, the prestigious University of K-State. Why? Because he knew one American couple who would come visit him in Delhi during his travels upwards the university process there in India. And they lived in Manhattan, Kansas. And that's where I ended up being fucking born. And that's a fucking great place to fucking start. Why don't we, on top of spitting everywhere during this podcast, just stop pronouncing words? No. What the fuck am I doing? That was a great place to fucking end it, except the whatever I just did, and we're leaving it, I guess. What do you mean, I guess? I'm the fucking boss, the executioner, the judge, and the jury, and the guy who signed the warrant, the judge. Fuck. That was trash. Anyway. I'm about to dip off. It was a pleasure to meet you. Please come back again. This podcast made me. And it also made me and you friends. Did that rhyme? Completely accidental, but... fuck it. Might be the fucking song from now on. Alright, guys. I'm out. Seriously, love you. It's gonna get better. Hopefully cheerier. Probably not all the time. I don't know. When I talk to myself, it's sort of negative talk, but I'm talking to you. It got a little bit better at the end, I think. I got started Instagram, and I don't even have a SoundCloud set up for this one yet. It's... Excuse me. I got my work cut out for me. Love you. Thank you. Talk to you soon.